Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you guys enjoyed that Vegas truck race last night. I know I did. That was a great race for the most part. Of course, Kyle Busch, he won it. Pretty much dominated. I mean, he looked like there was a couple times where, you know, Creed was holding him up, the two-car or truck, but he just after about 10 laps or so, it looked like he could just kind of scoot on by. So he won that pretty convincingly. But you know, this channel is mainly about front row motorsports, so if you don't care about them, I just keep moving on. Anyway, so this was their first debut on a mile and a half as a truck team. Off the bat, I'm really happy about what happened. So they practiced and they were 28th in practice, scratching their heads, not really sure what the deal was. So they changed 4 shocks and 4 springs, and you know, they went to go qualify, laid down a lap that put them 25th in qualifying, and I think it was 25th, right? 20th or 25th, and moved up some. There was an early caution, and Gillen gained about 5 spots on their first restart, so they were up to 15th. They came in on stage 2 at 14th, and right off the bat, you could tell the pit crew was killing it. The pit crew was awesome. They were really I thought they were like a cup pit crew, because I mean, they were picking up 5, 6, 7 spots on pit road. Looked really good. So before getting further, Speedco was their sponsor, with Love's as associate. So thank you, Speedco. Thank you, Love's. I hope you guys got what you were looking for off that. I know that you know, Todd Gillen got a lot of mention there during the race, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, stage 2 happened. Todd hit the wall. Looked pretty good, but he hit it square. So that was awesome. Didn't look like it affected the car too bad. I haven't heard from him exactly if it did or didn't. But stage 2 came around. They finished at 9th, stage 2, so got a couple of points. And then restarted pretty good, picked up more spots on pit road. The car throughout the whole night looked like it was about a 7th to 13th place car or so. I think Todd got out of as much as he could. The last restart, I think we got pretty fortunate for the stage 3 restart, because a lot of the cars were really loose the entire race. The first stage, a lot of the front left and left rears, the cords were showing pretty good. So more rubber got laid down, and tire failures wasn't an issue. Well, one reason is because they never really ran past that 30 to 35 lap run where tires would they thought maybe start having failures, because cautions came and everything else. So there's about 40 laps left. Caution came out on this last stage. The crew chief and those guys, you could tell they decided to really snug up the car and was hoping on a late green flag run with no caution, which paid off, because they dropped back a couple of spots, but they gained it all back, and then some. So that worked out really good. They finished 7th, and I think this is a pretty good benchmark of where Front Row Motorsports is going to be with their truck program. I'm excited about Atlanta. It's going to be a bigger track, and I think that'll kind of give us a good precursor to where their program stands. Also, the other thing that I was thinking is that midway through, or the beginning of the year, I don't know if they're going to be able to have trucks capable of winning. But I think midway through the year and towards the later parts of the season, I think that team's really going to kind of firing on all cylinders, and I think some cars will be capable of winning. And if not, definitely some top fives and whatnot. And I think making the chase is a real possibility for sure. I think they kind of gotta be careful and, you know, not put themselves in a situation to where you know, they're having to get a lot of points at the end and have these really good finishes. I think they just need to be consistent the whole year and keep knocking off top 10s and 15s, and they'll be okay. You know, stay away from DNFs. I don't know if that team is going to be capable of having to get back in the game later, you know, because they're behind. I don't know if that's a good idea. So either way, though, really happy with what happened, and I enjoyed the race. You know, you definitely had a little bit of aero dependency, you could tell, and you know, you could definitely lose the front nose of the car, or you know, you could lose the side force around, you know, the center of the turns, and that would spin you out. So, you know, you kind of had to know where you were at and if the car is being compromised or not. And that's where some of the guys like Todd Gilliland that have experience, I think that kind of helped them in that race. They were able to understand when to back off, and they didn't need the learning lessons. So anyways, that's all I got. Their next race is in Atlanta. I'll be there for that. Super excited. It's a double header. So the truck race is first on Saturday and Xfinity race is at night. And I'll be putting another video up after the Cup race about Front Row Motorsports and seeing kind of where they stand. But for right now, mile and a half program I think is going to be okay. I think their short tracks I think are going to be really good. So that's going to be, I think, where some of the wins might be definitely a possibility, are the short tracks for sure. That's what I think. So we'll see. But anyways, hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.